Hi everybody. So we're here working on the stinky Civic again. So
Civic is not stinky.
Eric got these for Christmas. They are G plus performance parts. So this is a blue silicone hose set for the Civic D15, D16 series engine. So there are like 9 hoses and some
They'll
hose.
probably fit just as well as the G Plus timing belt cover I got.
There are a bunch of hose clamps that are included as well that are a non-standard size. They're definitely not 5/16 like they're supposed to be. And there's a whole bunch of hoses. So we can pull one out and I'll show you what they look like. They say G plus on both sides, just so that, and top and bottom, just so that you can know that they're G plus whether you're looking from underneath the car, above the car. There's like no way that you could possibly not know that they're G plus. So what we're going to do is we're going to change these one at a time. He's excited.
Yeah.
We're going to change these one at a time. So to start off, we're going to drain the coolant out of the car. So if you look here at the radiator, you want to start off by taking off your radiator cap. Don't do this while it's hot because it'll spray. So you can take it off. Go ahead, you're fine. Now, that is to make it so that it drains well, because if there's a cap on here, then it will like glug, glug, glug out instead of actually pouring out. So if we look under the radiator, there is a valve right here. It's got a black petcock on it, and it's got a little drain at the bottom. You can see this little hole that my finger is touching. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and it's going to allow the coolant to come out. So just do that. If you unscrew that all the way, it's going to pour out 2 holes, so you just kind of want to leave it open a little bit like that, and it's going to drip out. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you, it's still draining, but I'm definitely below this level. So basically, you just want to loosen up these hose clamps. I'm using an 8mm, but they're actually a 5/16, so you can use either one. They'll both fit. You loosen up the hose clamp,
If he wasn't below that level.
and loosen up this hose clamp. And note that you might get some coolant that leaks out of here. These, if they haven't been removed recently, are going to be sticky and hard to remove. What I like to do is just grab a pair of pliers like this, and I just do a little quick twist back and forth like that. So all you need to do is like break the little seal kind of, and then it'll pop right off like that. See, like I said, you might get a little bit of coolant drippage. And now this is off. So
I don't want to reuse those. I want to use all the new ones.
we're going to get new hose clamps.
I might as well get all the new hose clamps, right?
Unless they're junk, but let's see. So we're going to take this, and it's going to be a little difficult to squeeze on there, but it'll go on. So work that on like that.
All the other brands, like the eBay brands for these ones, those hoses really do not go on. Like if you're gonna get one of these kits, either get a really nice like $200 one or get G Plus, because that's the only other brand I've seen where the hoses actually fit up correctly. Just some good advice for y'all. Also, good idea to keep your old tubes, just in case you have a wrong tube or something, or a missing tube that doesn't fit. Just don't go throwing these away instantly. Just finish the job first, and then you can throw these away or put them elsewhere.
Alright, so there's our installed tube. These new hose clamps are not the same 5/16 or 8mm. So this is a 7. We're just going to tighten this up by hand, like that. It's probably actually a 3/8 or a 5/16. No, it was 5/16. It's probably 1/4 inch. We'll just tighten this up by hand like this. I like to make all of these face the same direction, so I like to show the shiny part on the side, put the screw on this side, and have all of the heads be facing up so that you can see them, and you can access them easily. Some people like to put them underneath so that they don't have to look at the screws at all. That's your call, however you want to do it. So you want to tighten these. They don't need to be over tightened because you'll crack the plastic that's underneath them, or you'll strip the threads out of the screws. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to replace them all, and there are 9 of them. So at the end we'll show you 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you should show them how to do these ones. Well.
Oh, I guess, okay. So there are a couple that are this way, where there's like these clips. So what you do is you just kind of loosen up the clip, walk that back. Same thing, I like to just grab this and do a little twisty.
There's gonna be one down there too.
And then this will pop out like that.
Not so easy to pop out. I'm in the kill zone.
Just like that. And then there's another one. It's the same exact thing on the other end. I'll probably use a pair of needle nose pliers to get to that one, but easy enough to get that out and replace it. When you're done, if you're using nicer pliers that you do care about, I would recommend covering them with like WD-40 or oiling them. Water and coolant. Coolant is salt content, so they it'll ruin your tools. So anyway, we'll come back at the end when we're done. All right, so we've replaced the hoses. So we've got the upper, the lower. We've got the one that feeds our heater core into our car. We've got a return from our heater core, which comes in here. We've got a loop that goes up into the intake manifold, and a return for that as well. So those have all been replaced. I will say these hose clamps are not the greatest. So if you are buying this kit, it might be good to have 2 or 3 of the like standard size hose clamps, maybe like 2-inch hose clamps on hand, just in case you end up needing them. So what we're gonna do now, we've closed the drain in the bottom of the radiator, and we are going to fill it up with coolant. So to do that, we have to make coolant. So Eric's got his Prestone. Show the camera what you've got.
It's beautiful. You're gonna want the concentrate stuff, and like something that says must add water. You don't want the 50-50 mix.
Well, you can buy either one. We're going to make 50-50 mix, so it's less expensive for you to buy the concentrate and add water. So I've got 2,000 milliliters of water. I'm going to add this until I get up to the 4,000 line. I'm going to end up with a 50-50 mix, which is what I want, and then I'm going to pour it into the engine.
How much do you think this will take?
My guess is it'll take about 1.5 gallons. So you would have had to buy 2 gallons of premix. Premix is more like, I'm broke down on the side of the road and I need coolant now, and I don't have a hose and a bucket to mix it. Or maybe somebody's just lazy or doesn't have the materials they need or whatever.
While you're doing this, it's a pretty good idea to check for any coolant leaking out of any places.
So if you loosen up this little 12 mil here, that'll allow the air to escape the system so that you can continue to fill this. Eventually coolant's going to come out of there, and at that point I'll have to close it. So we'll close this, and then we can check our reservoir and see how we are. There's nothing in there, so let's fill that up.
Oh boy. I believe now's the time where I start it.
All right, so at this point, Eric's going to start the car. We're going to see if it sprays all over my face, and I'm going to put the cap back on.
Oh, I'm not going to have a good view of it if it does. It's fine, I'll get to watch it later.
Turn your heat on.
So what Jeff is going to do right now
You always look gross, and you could not look gross.
is he's going to take off an air filter and put a new one on so that I can steal his old air filter.
Temporarily.
You said I could have it.
You can have it, but I figured you're only going to use it temporarily. So yeah, I would just spin it around so that that isn't where your ducting is.
Why is this so hot?
Because I just got out of my car after picking up Eva.
Oh dang, yeah, look at that. That's crazy. There's literally one spot on this whole filter that's dirty. Which one do I prefer? Which filter?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide for myself.
I mean, this isn't a K&N, but it'll definitely flow enough for your car. Flow enough for my car. So to do these hoses, we needed 6mm, 7mm, 10mm. It's probably useful to have some of these. They're like radiator hook removal hooks. I have Sonic. There's a couple other companies that make them, but I do like the Sonic set that I have. I use the one that's like a 90 and the one that's like a, I don't know, a 110, 120, as a way to just kind of hook some of those rear hoses off. Yeah, so that's really about it. Thank you for watching and have a great day.